I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to really think about your answer. Don't just give me the obvious response. Dig deeper into the why behind your choice. So here's the question. Do you make coffee at home? Or do you go out for coffee? Now, you might be thinking, that's a strange question for a kitchen designer to ask, but in our 100+ years of combined experience at BauTeam, we've learned that this single question reveals more about your kitchen identity than any style preference or budget discussion ever could. You see, how you approach coffee isn't really about coffee at all. It's about control, ritual, quality, social interaction, time management, and values. It's about who you are at your core and how you want to experience your daily life. Let me break this down for you because understanding the psychology behind this question will fundamentally change how you think about kitchen design. First, let's talk about the home coffee maker. If you're someone who makes coffee at home, you're telling me several important things about yourself, even if you don't realize it. You value control. You want to determine the strength, the temperature, the timing. You don't want to depend on someone else's interpretation of what good coffee should be. Now, this translates directly to your kitchen needs. You're likely someone who wants control over your environment, your appliances, and your storage systems. You value quality and consistency. You've probably invested time in learning about coffee beans, grind sizes, water temperature. I'm laughing because this is me. You understand that good results require good inputs and proper technique. This means you'll appreciate quality materials, precision in design, and systems that perform reliably day after day. You value ritual and routine. Making coffee at home is rarely just about caffeine. It's about the process. The grinding, the brewing, the first sip in your own space. You understand that how you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. This tells me you need a kitchen that supports meaningful daily rituals, not just functional tasks. You value efficiency and time management. You've calculated that making coffee at home saves you time, money, or both. You're someone who thinks strategically about your daily operations. Your kitchen needs to support this efficiency mindset with smart storage, logical workflows, and appliances that work seamlessly together. Now, if you're a home coffee maker, your kitchen design implications are significant. You need dedicated space for coffee equipment, not just a coffee maker shoved into a corner, but a proper coffee station. You need storage for beans, filters, mugs, and accessories. You need easy access to water, whether that's through premium filtration systems or proximity to your sink. You need counter space for the ritual and electrical outlets positioned correctly for your equipment. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all home coffee makers are the same. Are you a push a button and walk away person? Or are you a hand grind the beans and use a pour over method person? Because these two approaches require completely different setups. The convenience coffee maker wants integrated systems, hidden storage, and minimal daily maintenance. Think built-in coffee systems, water lines, and automatic timers. The artisanal coffee maker wants display space for beautiful equipment, easy access to tools, and counter space for the ritual. Think open shelving for showcasing your French press collection, dedicated drawers for coffee accessories, and premium counter surfaces that can handle daily use. Now let's flip to the other side, the coffee shop person. If you're someone who goes out for coffee, you're revealing an entirely different set of values and needs. You value social interaction and community. Coffee shops aren't just about caffeine, they're about connection, conversation, and being part of something larger than yourself. You see coffee as a social experience, not just a personal ritual. You value convenience and experience over control. You're willing to pay more and travel further for the experience of having someone else handle the details. You trust others to create quality, and you value the surprise and variety that comes with not controlling every variable. You value time differently. For you, the walk to the coffee shop might be meditation time, thinking time, or social time. The inefficiency of going out for coffee is actually serving other important functions in your life. You value exploration and variety. You like trying new places, new drinks, new experiences. You're not looking to perfect one routine. You're looking to keep life interesting and dynamic. If you're a coffee shop person, your kitchen design needs are completely different. You don't need elaborate coffee equipment or dedicated coffee stations. Instead, you need other things. Maybe a beautiful space for the quick breakfast you grab before heading out, or storage for the pastries you bring home from your favorite cafe. You might need a simple, high-quality coffee setup for weekends or emergencies, but it doesn't need to be the centerpiece of your kitchen. Instead, you might prioritize other morning rituals. Maybe you're someone who makes elaborate smoothies, or you prefer to read the news with a simple cup of tea. Let me give you a real example of how this plays out. Remember Fleetwood, the client I mentioned in our previous discussion? When I asked him about coffee, he immediately said, "I grab coffee on my way to work. I'm not a morning person, and I like the routine of stopping at the same place every day." This told me everything I needed to know about his morning priorities. Fleetwood wasn't someone who wanted to wake up 15 minutes earlier to grind beans and perfect his brewing technique. He wanted to roll out of bed, grab his keys, and go. His morning ritual was about efficiency and consistency, not elaborate preparation. So instead of designing an elaborate coffee station that would have gone unused, we focused on other elements that matched his actual lifestyle. We created a streamlined space for his quick breakfast routine, integrated charging stations for his devices, and designed lighting that would gently wake him up rather than assault his non-morning person sensibilities. If we had followed traditional design thinking, we might have included a high-end espresso machine because luxury kitchens should have luxury coffee equipment. But that would have been a $15,000 mistake that would have cluttered his counter and reminded him daily that his kitchen wasn't designed for him. This is the power of the coffee test. It reveals not just your beverage preferences, but your entire approach to daily life, ritual, quality, control, and social interaction. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Sometimes people's coffee habits reveal aspirations rather than current reality. I've had clients tell me, "I go out for coffee now, but I've always wanted to become someone who makes perfect coffee at home." This tells me we're designing not just for who they are, but for who they want to become. In these cases, we might design a coffee station that's beautiful and functional, but not overwhelming. Something that invites experimentation without demanding expertise. We create space for growth and learning, supporting their aspiration to develop new rituals. Other times, people's coffee habits reveal conflicts in their lifestyle. I've worked with busy executives who insisted they wanted elaborate coffee equipment, but when we dug a little bit deeper, they admitted they hadn't made coffee at home in months. Their desire for a coffee station was really about the image of being someone who has time for morning rituals, not about actually wanting to make coffee. In these cases, our job is to help them understand what they really need versus what they think they should want. Maybe what they actually need is a space that makes their real morning routine, grabbing a protein bar and running out the door, feel more intentional and less chaotic. This is why we don't start with finished samples or style books. This is why we don't ask, "Do you want a coffee station?" Instead, we ask, "How do you approach coffee?" Because the answer reveals your relationship with ritual, quality, control, and daily priorities. And coffee is just the beginning. Once we understand your coffee identity, we can start asking deeper questions. If you're someone who values the ritual of making perfect coffee, what other rituals matter to you? If you're someone who prioritizes efficiency in your coffee routine, where else in your kitchen do you need streamlined systems? Your coffee habits are a window into your soul, and your kitchen should honor what we see there. So here's my challenge to you. Really examine your relationship with coffee. Don't just think about what you do, think about why you do it. What does your coffee routine say about your values, your priorities, your ideal way of starting each day? Because once you understand your coffee identity, you're well on your way to understanding your kitchen identity. And that's when the real design magic can begin.